Whoa, look who's up, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on this Friday morning. Girl, what you doing up so early? Having your bowl of Wheaties? Getting ready? That's what I'm doing. I wanted to finish my cereal. It was good, and I don't like soggy cereal. This is a non-soggy cereal establishment. Nature usually calls me at like 5 or 6 a.m., which I hate because it's like, okay, I'm up now because I went to the bathroom, and it's tricky to think about, do I want to go back to sleep? Because typically, if I do, then I know I'm going to wake up late or I'm going to oversleep. So whenever that happens, I'm kind of like, oh. So what I'll usually do is I'll like hold it. I'm like, you know what? Nope, not going at 5. I'm going to go back to sleep, pretend like I didn't just get woken up by nature. And I will, I'd rather go after 6 or at 6 because at least then it's like, you know what? I typically wake up at 7. So if I'm up at 6, which was me this morning, I was up at 6. I just stay up. Yeah, I don't do alarms. Actually, there's a lot of studies that show that an alarm can actually start your day on an anxiety level that you don't realize because your body tenses because it either knows the alarm is coming or, you know, once the alarm arrives, you get that, you know, even if you try to do like a soothing sound and you try not to have it be a really annoying alarm sound, there are studies that show that actually waking up or using an alarm to wake up is terrible. You should actually use your body. Your own body should be your alarm clock, not an actual alarm. Um, and what's funny is I love that there are studies that show that, because I knew that from the jump. I hated having to use an alarm to wake up, and I would wake up before my alarm went off. It was like my body knew your alarm is going to go off in 5 minutes, so wake up and turn it off so that it doesn't go off at all. That's how badly I just did not want that thing like sounding. It's just the worst. But yeah, I've been looking into like sleep and what sleep means, and how we should be treating our sleep schedules and our bodies in terms of how important sleep is to your day. You know, what's the right amount of hours to sleep, how to fall asleep, what not to do in the middle of the night while, you know, when you should be sleeping. That's one of the things that I'm really, really bad at, is bringing my cell phone to bed. And so if I wake up, like if I turn over to like reposition, I will instinctively pull out my cell phone and check Discord, check Twitter, check Instagram, check my email. It's just a habit that I've been doing, and I'm trying to stop doing that. And to me, I'm like, well, my phone is on dim, like I have it at its dimmest, darkest, so it's not like it's hurting my eyes. It has nothing really to do with your eyes. It just has to do with the fact that you're sparking your brain to be actively thinking at one in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and you really shouldn't be doing that, because then you're not actually rested. So and I'm actually gonna write some posts. I'm gonna do some blog posts about sleep, and how sleep is important to the creative mind in general, and it can really be helpful, you know, to giving you more ideas and all of that stuff when it comes to creativity. So I realized that this display won't work for me on Fridays, because on Fridays I'm not doing this. I'm doing Friday fiction. Oh, I can duplicate this. Sweet. Because I really just want to change like 1 or 2 things here. So I will just duplicate this window, move it up to here, and take out what I don't want. So this can go, yes. And let me just make sure it doesn't leave from here. Okay, it doesn't. And the text I want to change. How do I change the text? Aha. This is how. Prepare to, ooh. How am I spelling Friday? Friday Fiction 2.0. Okay. Sorry about that. I forgot how to spell for a second there. Okay. We're going to do that. And am I able to make the size bigger from here? I am. Sweet. I want to make it much bigger. Okay, let's put this. Let's try to center it if we can. That looks, yeah, about right. Maybe, kind of. I've been trying to figure out how to turn on the guidelines so that it tells me when I'm centered, but I have not found where that is. So we will deal accordingly. But okay, there we go. Friday Fiction 2.0. Actually, can I move this down a bit? It's a little too high up. There we go. Let's try it there. And actually, I want to show my window. For this, I can show my window because I'm not, I'm not, what's the word? What's the word I'm using for? I'm looking for. I'm not entering any of this into any contest or anything. In fact, it's going to be free to read online immediately after I've written it. So that means that I can actually show myself writing it. So I think what I want to do is remove these images from here and put them all in this cycling window on the right, and then move my image and then make this whole big area here viewing my Google Drive window area, which is likely where I'm going to be saving. Okay, so this one I'm going to put over here. I'm going to move myself over here and shrink myself so that I am the same size as this window, like so. I'm going to move my timer up. My timer isn't even the same size. Let's shrink that a bit. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, sorry. I really shouldn't be showing myself doing this on the fly, but whatever, man. Okay, so I'm going to move this now. Oh God, stop it. Over here. And yeah, I can see that it's a bit too big. So now this whole right side is going to be I'm being really anal about this now. It's still not perfect, but I'll take it. Okay, so on the right side is now where I'm going to put... Uh-oh. Hold on, I just heard my dog yelp. Oh, it's probably because my wife is back. She's graciously taking the dog this morning so that I can do my Friday fiction, and then I'm gonna go promptly downstairs and return to assisting, but washing that blanket again. There's also a foul odor in our laundry room / half bathroom, which we're trying to figure out what it is. And so we're like re-cleaning certain items in our quest to find what in the holy holies is going on. And because that's the bathroom that I use when I'm downstairs. We each have our own bathroom when we're downstairs, and then we share a bathroom when we're upstairs. And so the bathroom that I use is also the laundry room, and it's just like, I don't know what happened. It smells like something died in there. I'm like, what the frick? And we think it might be a blanket that our dog had a bit of an accident on either yesterday or the day before yesterday. I don't even know. All the days are like blurred together. Let me just say I'm thrilled that today is Friday, because work was fine because my boss is, officially gone till the new year, but man, it's just been a week. What am I doing? Oh, I know. I'm opening my Google Drive thing and putting it in a new window. Actually, do I want, instead of putting it in a new window, what I'm let me do a new empty tab group and put it here. I love that. I know people don't like the new Safari tabs situation, but I actually like it. Let's rename this to streaming tabs. Oh no, just rename it to streaming. So that way any tabs that I want you guys to be able to see while I'm streaming, boom, would be right here. Okay. Yeah, this is like her anxiety about like grass is just crazy. And then last night, oh my God, we were so pissed. So I wanted to walk her at 6:30, but my wife asked that we wait till 7, so we waited till 7. We went out, and what we do is, or the new tactic is, we just put her down, and then my wife and I just have like casual conversation and whatever, and we just let her, when she's ready, do her thing. So just as she's about to start circling, which is the sign that she's about to either pee or poo or whatever it is, tell me how some neighbor, I don't know at which house, because we have like acreage, right? So they're a distance but close, started doing goddamn firecrackers right as she started circling. So what happened? She gets freaked out from that, and they were doing it consistently. So we ended up having to come inside, which pissed us off so much. Oh my God. If I had known the exact coordinates and location of where that house was that was doing that, I would have gladly walked over there and cursed the hell out of them and said, if you don't effing stop, I'm going to kill you. And yes, I just said that live on stream. I probably shouldn't have, but I was just so mad because we were like right there, and we haven't been able to get her to go at night, which is the issue. She's only going once a day in the morning, and we're trying to at least get her to go twice, which is once in the morning and once at night. And so today we're going to take her at like 6. So that way, if something like that happens and we have to go back out, which was what happened. We ended up going back out, but we went back out at like 8:30. The sun starts going down at 9. We got a serious mosquito problem out there. Like I am bit in like, I can't even tell you how many places I have mosquito bites. Even with spraying myself and the whole thing, it's a nightmare in our backyard right now. And we're trying to like figure out multiple ways to eradicate the mosquito situation. But that's neither here nor there. The issue is, we don't want, if we have to go back out, we don't want to have to go back out at like 8:30. So this way, if we go at 6 and some moron does some stupid crap in a house or whatever that spooks her, and so when she's gonna go, we can tell that she's not gonna go. If we go back, it'll be closer to like 7:30 that we go back out, and not 8:30 where we're like, okay, it's 9 o'clock, it's like pitch dark out here, we got to go back inside. The other situation is the lighting issue in our backyard, of which we have lights like spotlights or whatever, but they're motion censored, and I don't know what motion starts them or turns them on, but it's a nightmare. So I want to get smart outdoor lights that I can control myself, and it's not based on motion. It could be based on, I want the lights on right now and you're going to turn on. So we're going to look into getting that when we're out there, because, and where the lights are just inconvenient to life. Like, I don't know what the previous owners were thinking when they put these lights up, but they are just not, they're not lighting the proper areas that we want lit. And so it's got to be undone and then redone properly. Every time we redo anything that's electrical and power and light, it's always, I'm like, wait, we're getting the smart version of this because I want to be able to control it from my phone or whatever the case may be. I don't want to just plug in a light bulb to be a light bulb. If we get a new light bulb, it's a smart light bulb where I could dim it from my phone and do all the fancy stuff. Okay, so 5 more minutes. Let's see if I can finish completing what this scene is going to look like. And the next thing I have to add is a window capture, which is going to be Google Drive. Ha 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 ha. And let's see. Boom. Okay. don't mind if I have blue on the top and the bottom. I might even do it all the way around and bring this in a bit. Like that. My Friday fiction is still too big. Let's shrink it a little bit more. All right, how does that look? I think my background image is not in the center. Is it in the center? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, I think we're ready. Oh. Not yet started. What? I don't even know why it says that, but okay. That's a weird name. Can this be duplicated? Oh, no, I don't want to remove it. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I want to add images to it. Let's see where I have it. OneDrive, PDBook, YouTube. Okay. Oh, it went right to it. So I'm just adding 1 and 2. Okay. And then I want to move them. You're going to go up there. You're going to go right there. I'm going to put them in a different order. Put you there. Okay. Boom. So now the images that were on their own before are now just cycling above my head. Great. Okay, so that looks really pixelated. I hope that you guys can see that a bit better on the actual YouTube, because to me, I feel like this window is showing really terribly, and I don't know why. In any event, I already set up folders, so I'm gonna open up a new blank document. And I've been trying to think how I'm going to label these, and I think I'm going to label them based on the date with which they were written. So I think I'm going to go with August 6th. I already know that they're written on Friday, so I don't have to write Friday. But I think that the name of each file is just going to be the date that I wrote it. And then I will put the title in the actual document itself. And so my goal with these Friday fiction is they're going to be written during the stream. And I think I have a few rules or guidelines for how this is going to go, but they're going to be written during the stream and posted on my Substack during the stream. And it's going to be between 1,000 and 2,000 words, so it's never going to be over 2,000 words, whatever the story happens to be. If I write something shorter than 1,000, that's fine, as long as it doesn't dip below 500. So the shortest that my Friday fiction story will be is 500 words, the longest 2,000. So, but I'm going to aim for over 1,000 words per Friday fiction story. Oh God, there is nothing like fresh cold water. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Okay. So I'm not gonna do the sprints and stuff like I normally would do during my like write with me stuff. I'm just gonna kind of wing it each Friday. And I'm a member of a Discord group. It's a Substack actually Discord group. Um, and what they do is this thing called I Dare You, and the idea of this dare is to take whatever the prompt is and sneak it or insert it into something that you're writing and then post that thing at some point during the week. And so for this week, it's an avian dare, and avian as in a bird, right? An avian is a bird. So here's what the dare is: snakes are cousins of dinosaurs, which are ancestors of birds. Next week, a Substack post of yours should have 5 avian words. So I need to write something that will have that I'll end up using or referencing or saying, or really writing the words that are of 5 different kinds of birds. So I actually already have. I already looked it up the other day. Right here, I have a bird species list, so that way I can just figure out which 5 birds. So whatever my story is going to be, it's going to center in some way around me mentioning 5 different kinds of birds. And hello, Anne, welcome. I am writing Friday fiction as well as incorporating a dare into my Friday fiction story. And because I'm not actually going to be doing like legit sprints like I normally would, I am going to set a timer for how long I will be streaming for. So let's see. Doot. Doot. So that is how long I will be streaming for before I go and assist in taking the dog to the back so that she can potty. Okay, so I'm gonna use, last week's dare was silly, where you had. Let me see if I can find last week's dare, because I think they just started it, started the concept last week. So I'm trying to find where the official writing of the dare was. I wonder if they pin it. Okay, so let's jump to it. Yeah, so I think they do it once a month. So the first week of the month, that's why it's this week. So luckily, the first week of the month will hopefully fall around, my Friday fiction. So I said I would try to incorporate whatever the dare is into my Friday fiction story. And so the idea is simple. Once a month, we will dare you to include something absolutely outrageous in your newsletter. Your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is to find a way to include that outrageous thing in your newsletter and then share it so we can all see how the absurdity played out. So the first one that they did was, we dare you to mention a man with snakes for arms who only speaks in rhymes. And so a lot of people participated, and someone even drew what this guy would look like. But unfortunately, last week Friday, this was actually when they started it. It was actually they started it the last week of July because they came up with the idea then. But I think they're officially going to make it that the dare is the first week of the month instead of the last week of the month. So yeah. I'm not sure if you know what Substack is, but it's how I'm choosing to do my newsletter now, which is amazing because unlike MailChimp, MailerLite, ConvertKit, all of those newsletter platforms, Substack is free. And yes, it does allow you to do to have a mailing list, to email your subscribers, and it also incorporates Patreon. And it's Substack is like taking the best bits of Patreon, of Medium, of a mailing service like MailChimp, and even WordPress, and allows you to do it all under one platform, which is just the best thing ever. Let me go back here where I was before. But this is my quote unquote Substack. And the idea of this is I'm able to now take the blog posts that I release every Monday and Wednesday, take my monthly official, like my monthly newsletter that I used to do on MailChimp. I'm actually officially leaving MailChimp as of December 1st. I am leaving MailChimp, and I am going to, at that point, write a really excoriating blog post about why I'm leaving MailChimp and why everyone should, because MailChimp sucks. MailerLite, I in my estimation, is not a good program either. But I've been waiting to make that kind of post until I knew that there was a better option than a more expensive option like ConvertKit, which is just, those things are just so expensive. And why do that when you can do Substack, which is what I'm deeming my last newsletter actually that came out Wednesday, is that it's a new kind of newsletter, because like I was just saying, I'm able to take my posts that I do twice a week and put them here. So that's what my creative's journey is. So if you go here, these are all of my blog posts that I have on my actual website, but now they're all here and you can subscribe to it. So you can get this as an email, right? And then, but I can also do all of my monthly emails that I used to send to my email list. So unfortunately, I haven't figured out a way to make it so that is separate. I mean, I know how I can do it, but I'm trying to figure out a different way to do it. But that's essentially, where is it? This one right here. This is what my on the first of every month, I send an email to my email list. So I'm able to also put that here. And again, you get that as an email sent to you. And then I'm now also able to include things like my Friday fiction. So when I post my Friday fiction, you click here and you're going to see all of those Friday fiction stories right here in one place. And again, it will be emailed to you. So this is my newsletter, and my newsletter now will go out 3 times a week, Monday and Wednesday, and then Friday. And you can pick if you don't want to get my my blog posts where I kind of talk about different things that have to do with writing, my thoughts and opinions on different writing type things and all that stuff. If you don't want to get my blog posts, you don't have to. If you only want to get my fiction stuff, you can totally do that. When you sign up for my newsletter, they have this section called My Account. So you would just come in here and like uncheck, I don't want to get, the storyteller is where I'm storing all of my first of the month official, like those are my update. I'm calling those my update emails, where you get an update on where I am with my writing, if I have a new release, if things like that, what inspired me during the week, because usually I watch so much YouTube that there's always some video for that month that inspired me and got me thinking, and so I like to share those things. So that's what I usually share to my newsletter that I currently have sitting in MailChimp. And so I'm storing those here, but I haven't figured out a way to make the storyteller appear like in this menu. And I don't think there's a way to do it. So what I'm going to have to do is create a new subsection, and that new subsection will appear. And then I'll just put all the newsletters that I have here on the first of the month to that thing, and then it'll appear here as an actual header. And then ICASAN, which is what I'm calling for short, is the novel that I'm writing, that I'm going to start releasing as a serialized novel, because serial fiction is huge. And so I'm doing a serialized novel series. It's going to be a trilogy, and all 3 books are going to be released in this fashion. So I'm going to do 1 chapter a week. And I'm probably gonna start. I'm gonna do them on a Saturday. I think is the day. It's gonna be either Saturday or Sunday, because I'm already releasing something on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I think Saturday is gonna be the day. Every Saturday, I'm gonna release a chapter from "Its Claws Are Sharp as Nails." That's the first book in this trilogy that I'm writing, but that's not starting till summer of 2022. But that's what's gonna be couched in here. So every week you will, be able to read this book, this novel, and then once the entire novel for the first book is here, I am then going to pull it all down, put it all together, and then put it up on Amazon, Kindle Unlimited, so that people can purchase it as either an ebook or I'm also going to put it up as a paperback print, up on Amazon. So that's going to be the process, and then I'm going to do the whole thing all over again for book 2. I'm trying to decide because I'm also following the blueprint of someone else who's doing the same thing, and she's starting, I think it's September. But I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do this whole taking it down, putting it together, and putting it up on Amazon at the end of each book, or at the end of the trilogy, take all 3 down, put them together, put them up individually as 3 separate books, and then have a collection, and then put all 3 books together as well. And so really I would have 4 books go up on Amazon KDP, at the same time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But this one is going to be about birds. And so I was thinking of a pheasant as one of the birds. I want to be using 5 different birds. Let me zoom in. Why am I looking at this way? Here we go. I want to go back here. Let's pick out some other birds. Oh, goose. Let's use a goose. Blackbird. Loon. Okay, goose, blackbird. You know what? Instead of doing this, let's move it over to here. So that way, I know that guy looks like he belongs, like a prison photo, but that's not what that was. So let's write down what I just said. Goose, blackbird, loon. We need one more. We got to do 5 avian words. Would flying be considered an avian word because that's what birds do? Let's use, do we want to use a wren or a vulture? Oh, I'm not using a woodpecker. I had a woodpecker problem in my house. I had to chop down a tree because of that damn woodpecker. Let's use a vulture. All right, so that's our 5 avian words. And now how can we incorporate them into a story? I could make it about a person who is either a bird watcher or collector of bird. Like, would you own? You would shoot pheasant. I know pheasant. You shoot pheasant. You can own a goose. And a blackbird. I'm crazy, but I don't know what a loon. I don't think I know what a loon looks like. Okay. I just needed an image here of a loon. Oh, I do know what a loon. I think I might have even seen some. Oh, my wife is really into gardening. She just found this thing and it actually says her last name on the side of it. Like, are you for real? It actually says Parker Farms on it. She added it to her wish list. I might have to get her that. Okay, shrink it away. So I came up with an idea. I was just in my thinking state. And I think, and this is coming from the fact that I've been watching this TV show with my wife. Um, and I can't even remember what the name of the TV show is, but it's basically about uh, these pets and how um, the main dog, uh, who's voiced, I believe, by Lisa Kudrow, she has a group therapy group, and she's like the leader of it, and she thinks of herself as like a therapist who's trying to help all these different kinds of animals come to terms with their whatever is wrong in their lives. Like there's this turtle who fell in love with a croc shoe, and it got to the point where he was actually going to marry the shoe that is literally like a a croc shoe. Anyway, and then there's like a princess type cat who ends up leaving her owners, and I forget why she leaves them, but now she's living with a cat lady who has like a million cats, and the cats are like psychotic. There's a fish that's like extremely, I would say extremely sexual and horny. A fish in a fishbowl. There's like there's different kinds. There's a cat who thinks he's a male cat, but we discover it actually has a litter of like 6 kittens and can't understand how that happened or where they came from or whatever the case may be. What is the name of that show? It's on we watch it on what's it called? Peacock TV. I can't think. It's a new show, but anyway, so my idea is that there's a similar thing, but where all of these birds come together, and I think instead of that, I'm gonna also incorporate a movie idea that I have that I'm not gonna talk about because I feel deeply that it's gonna become a huge Pixar movie success, and so, and I drive my wife nuts with it that I have this idea, and every time I bring it up, she's like, "Don't." But I have this movie idea that I'm going to write this script, and I'm going to find out a way to get Pixar to read it, love it, and then make it and pay me millions of dollars in my dreams. But I'm going to incorporate a little nugget from there and a little nugget from this show about the therapy sessions with these animals, and I'm going to incorporate it into this. So basically this is going to be talking, and I'm going to take a little bit of Animal Farm in that these types of birds are going to be talking, like they actually communicate with each other, and they congregate. And I think I'm going to make it that they have a problem in their ecosystem, and so these birds that would typically not be friendly towards each other, they have a common enemy. So they come together in order to figure out how to eliminate this common enemy. And I think I want at the end, we discover what that enemy is once they've destroyed it. So they're going to talk very cryptically about what the enemy is. And so I need to come up with, it's either going to be silly or it's going to be like a really dangerous enemy. Like maybe I'm thinking that maybe a family moves in, right? And their son, who's like, let's say maybe 5 or 6, has some sort of airplane or something, and he flies it around and is attacking them with it. And so they figure out how to basically break his toy. That's an idea. Or I don't know. I have to come up with something that is disrupting what they would normally do day to day, which is, birds normally fly around. They normally would kind of hang out, like for instance with geese or a loon. Not so much the pheasant, the blackbird, or the vulture, but the goose and the loon would hang out in water. Sometimes they wade in it. So maybe that wouldn't be a good one because it wouldn't incorporate them. I've got to figure out, unless I can figure out it's something that's both in the air and on the ground. Like it can fly and it walks around same as they do. So I don't know. Or that it is this family, they're going to chop down a tree that they all, that most of them use for shade or otherwise. It's got to be something, but it's going to be a common enemy. They're going to talk about it cryptically, and then it's not till the end of the story that we will then pull back the lens and see what this thing is that was disrupting them, that brought these types of birds together. That's my idea. And hopefully it will work out. I have to do a reader magnet. I was supposed to do one yesterday, and I told everyone in this group that I'm in Discord that I was going to work on it, and I totally didn't. And so I just wrote them a message. I'm like, I'm going to be totally honest, totally didn't do it. Instead, I spent most of my day yesterday reading these series of emails from this guy named David Gaughran. I don't know if either of you are aware of who that is. But he's one of the leading voices of a lot of like how to grow your email list and how to be a successful author and all of these things. And so he has like this 8 email grouping that's about like growing your readership and how to do it and how to properly do an email newsletter so that you keep your subscribers that you have and you gain new ones. And of course, one of the things that he says you should do is have a reader magnet. So it was kind of like this guy is telling you how important the reader magnet is, the thing that you said you were going to do and you didn't do it. Yeah. And then I watched the football game last night, which was nice because I'm so glad. My wife and I are so glad that football is back because it gives us something to watch and something to come together with that's not dog related. So we watched the game last night and it was pretty sweet. We missed the second quarter, like half of the first quarter and some of the second quarter because that was when we took our dog outside to try and get her to potty and she didn't, but let me just fix this. This is actually a really small font. That's probably why it was showing so weirdly. Okay. So let me think. So initially, I was gonna have like one bird represent each kind, but that would be silly because usually, except for maybe the blackbird, which I think would be more of a house bird than like it would be more like a pet than all of the others. I mean, goose can be pets as well, but they would not be indoor. They would be outdoor. But I feel like in my mind, a blackbird would be kept in a cage. So I'm thinking the blackbird is actually going to be the one who brings everyone together because the blackbird is going to have the most information if the blackbird is a pet of the family that just moved in. Aha. The wheels are spinning. Hmm. Shrill. The first is a shrill, rising squee. Now, would it be hilarious if these birds had human names, or like what kind of names should they have? Like, should they be like the musical Cats, where they have the name that their pet gives them, but then they have their jellicle name, which is the name of their ancestry and all of that stuff, so they don't because they're jellicle cats, and so they have uh, these really cool kind of names. Um, yeah, you should totally look into Substack. I recommend it, and I will be recommending it from now until, God forbid they do something that makes me now say, well, it was good while it lasted. But for now, the fact that it's free and it does basically the same thing that you would pay for, in any other circumstance, and have an email newsletter, and you know to me that's reason enough to use that versus using whatever email newsletter platform you might be using now. But thank you for stopping by, and I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning this time, so you will catch me here live streaming and writing and sprinting and all that stuff. um you know what? I can check my email on my iPad. I just realized. Yeah, I already have these. Okay. Well, what is happening? Why is my internet? Why are you trying to connect? You're. I am hardwired to the internet. Seriously? This is why I don't like to use Google Drive. I know people swear by it, but because it does this where it requires connecting in order to use it, it slows me down. I really should be using Scrivener. I just realized I don't know why I opted to use Google Drive. And now that this is happening, I'm realizing I need to use Scrivener to write my Friday fiction. It'll probably be better because then I can easily just extract it if I needed to into like a collection and use it as a reader magnet in the future. Also, I'm going to need to get more water so I can take my pills because I just drank this whole bottle. Delicious. I don't understand why it's saying... Oh my god, let me just open Scrivener and set this up while this thing is freaking out. Out of control. Okay. I need to open it a new document because you guys cannot see what I'm working on. So let's close this project and do a new one. I love the new additions that they have here. Essay, Chicago style. I feel like they didn't have these before. Documentary script, BBC taped drama, BBC radio scene style. And then these little icons that go with it, I feel like they didn't have before. Like this fountain pen for short story, this like graduation hat for undergraduate humanities essay, research proposal. Like, I don't know why, recipe collection, why they feel that these are things that people would use Scrivener for. But persuasive lecture, poem. I can see poem and like, but I guess they're just telling you, like, you may not know that you can, you know, format Scrivener to accommodate these kinds of things, but you can. Anyway, I'm creating a blank thing. We're going to call this Friday Fiction. I should be able to call it 2.0 because it's a point, so it should be fine. And I'm going to save it. Oh, it looks like I already had something set up. Hold on, wait a minute. Because I see Friday Fiction 2021 in there. So let's go check it out. If I can find it. I think it's in my Dropbox. Yep. Friday Fiction 2021. Let's open this. I created it apparently July 26th, which was like, what, 2 weeks ago? Oh. Yeah, no, I can't use this. But I do need it open though, but I can't use this. I see what this is. I see exactly what this is. So is this thing still playing around? Oh shoot. No, it finally stopped playing around. Good. But that's okay because I'm not using Google Drive because I cannot risk this situation happening. Where is my blank thing? Oh, there it is. Sorry. So let's go back to Friday. And we will save that in here. Create. Okay. So now we have this. I'm going to close this one. Now I'm going to swap this image. And then I'm going to do this. Okay. Okay. And this is actually better for me because in case I have to do something and I accidentally put it on the screen, which I don't want to do, then I don't have to by mistake. So let's fix this now. I wouldn't want it to be that big. I will put a different font. Yep, do it like that. Oh. Give me a little breathing room. Okay. this thing does it. Isn't it supposed to do the... Wait, not copyright, but... It's a big space. I was gonna. I feel like that would be too silly. I feel like if I say he was shot, that's gonna instantly give away who. Well, is that really gonna. No. Okay. Is it time already? Okay, so now I need to come up with a title. I think just the beasts works. Okay. I will take this and copy it into Google Drive. Taking these few minutes to check if there's okay. I made some corrections. I will now copy and paste here. I will quickly change this font back to the way I had it. Put a little space here. Let's scroll up and make sure our spacing is right here. Oh, because I'm going to copy and paste this into Substack, and then I'm going to post it, but I need to find an image as well. So I have, what, 8 minutes? Well, a little more than 8 minutes, because my wife just said don't come downstairs yet. So I have a little more than 8 minutes. I'm looking for the picture right now. Oh, you're awake again. Hello. I just finished writing the story. And now I just have to get an image so that I can then put it where I want to put it. And it's a good size. It's 1570 is the word count. Not bad. So it's over 1,000, under 2,000. I'm good with it. All right, so let's just find me an image I can use. I like this one. Ooh, wait, I like this one even better. I don't know if I like the background. Let's take this one real quick. And I'm gonna favorite it so that way I can have the thing to credit in case I use that one. I think this one might be even better. Let's go with this one. I'll download the original size, and then I'm gonna do this. I'll do it in Canva. Okay, she's taking it with her. Good. Let me get the size that I need for Substack. Substack has a specific size for their images, and so I want to show you guys what I'm doing, so let me do that as well. Should be fine. Okay, so let's do this. So I think this is the one that will tell me what the size is that I need. I flip back and forth between whether I use Canva or Adobe Spark, just because I pay for Adobe Spark, so why not use it, right? Are my pills even up here? They're not. All of my pills are downstairs. Okay. It's supposed to be up here. Alright, so let's look at resize. So 420 by 300, which is pretty small, but hello. Okay, here we go. 420 by 300. I am going to call this Substack featured images, and then right here I am gonna add this like this, so that way I can title this the Beast. I'm just going to call it the Beast, actually. And then I'm going to drop that image in here. So let's upload. I could just drag and drop it. That's one thing that I like about Canva that you can't do with Adobe Spark is you can't drag and drop the image. It will do some weird thing that I don't like that it does. So I am going to make this really big. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do it from here. Oh wait, maybe I can. Oh, it won't let me move it though? Oh, it will, okay. Yes, sweet. Okay. Done. I'm not even gonna write, I don't think I want to write the title on the image. I think I just want it to be just an image for my Friday fiction stuff. I'll work on it as I go to see if there's some sort of design. I was thinking I might want to do like ink illustrations if I could find a site that does something similar to that, but for now I think I just want it to be like an image, boom, just like that. Nothing too fancy. I'm not an artist by any means, so I don't like, you know, trying to do the most, because I know that's not my forte. So let's just download this, and then let's go over to yeah, I was looking for a Blackbird image there, but it didn't really work. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. I'll leave that there. So here is where we're going to post my thing. So let's go to the dashboard. I'm going to stop the timer here because I'm going to be done soon, because once I post this, boom, that's it. Let's go to new post. I hate that it does this. I will do that later. So this is called The Beast. I want to kind of have a subtitle, but I would need to think a bit on that. So I will work on what the subtitle will be. But for now, I'm just going to do copy here, paste here. Let's scroll up. The title's at the top, so I want to get rid of it. Like that. Oh, I still had issues that it didn't catch. Okay. No, not again. Yeah, some of these things I know I'm not ready for. Really needed to. I have a problem with it's like putting, when I put the apostrophe and when I don't. I don't know why I make that mistake so much. I don't like was highlighted, but I can't think of a better way to say that. Covering herself in dirt. I wanted to say like that. Okay, so now let's choose the section from here. Boom. So it's going to go under here, and then we're going to upload a new image. I actually want to call, hold on, let me rename that. Downloads. We're going to rename this The Beast. I also want to put the image in the thing itself. So yeah, let me, because I want to be able to credit the person, right? So I feel like in order to do that, I need to put it, at least I think this is how I do it. Don't quote me. Weeks. Okay. So now, let me think. Kevin, Mueller. Okay. Can I do links on these things? I think I can. I can. Okay. So let me go back to here. And then where did I get it from? From here. Oh, okay. I could just do this. That's even simpler. Thank you very much. I've never done this before, so that's why this is new to me. So let's come back here and ooh, let's copy. Let's take this and just do that. Boom. Okay, so credited, right? What's interesting to me, oh, it's because I used the thing and not the actual, okay, never mind. Okay, so let's, one thing I wish this thing had was a preview button so I can preview before I post, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Now I feel like there's something I want to put like at the end of these things, but I don't know what. But this is my first one, so I'm gonna kind of be tinkering as I go. So I'm just gonna leave it as is, and I'm going to post it now. So it's gonna send an email to everyone who is subscribed to my email, to my newsletter right now. So boom, just did that. Your post has been published, and now I can share it. I'm going to share it on Twitter right now, so let's do that. Okay, let's tweet that. And let's go to my profile so we can see it in all its beautiful glory. It doesn't show the whole bird here. I might need to keep that in mind, but that's okay. I don't like how it's showing this link like this, but again, we will work with what we got. What do I have to do next? Oh yeah, I'm gonna post it to the Discord group to let them know I have participated. But first, I want to go here just to see. Okay, so now when you click on Friday Fiction, there's this one, and so each week there'll be, you know, other ones and so on and so forth. So very excited about this. Very excited. So now when I go here, it's going to show everything here. And so boom. Boom. Okay, let's quit this. Let's come here. let's copy link, and I just want to share this in the screen. Actually, I want to put it here. Okay. Oh, I'm kind of killing time at this point until my wife says I can go downstairs. I don't know why she doesn't want me to go downstairs until after she finishes in the shower. Maybe it's because if I make noise, the our injured dog might like go ballistic, and she's trying to keep her as much at bay as possible. Would be my guess as to why she's saying stay upstairs until she tells me otherwise. So I went from being trapped downstairs to now being trapped upstairs. What do you know? I'm actually going to be staining my door. Not now because we're trying not to spend too much money, but my door is going to get stained soon-ish. And also because I need to wait for it to kind of, I guess you could say, breathe in the space that it's in, because it's kind of creaking and it's still kind of rough. So my contractor assures me that it will over time get better. Oh, you know what I could work on? Something that I was working on yesterday is I want to actually have a header here, like an actual header image where it says Friday Fiction 2.0. So my brain is thinking I want to make some sort of banner that will just be kind of cool looking, and I was trying to decide if I was going to use Canva or Adobe Spark. I think I'm going to use Adobe Spark only because that gives me access to my Adobe fonts that Canva does not. And I think Canva would only give me access to it if I were to like pay for the whole shebang, which I'm not willing to do. I pay for Adobe, but I'm not going to pay for Adobe and Canva. Also, I think Canva is expensive to pay for. I might as well create this image in my Friday Fiction folder which has a bunch of stuff in here, which is not really useful to me right now. Although I will say that I am going to bring back my Friday Fiction podcast within Substack, because Substack does have a podcast feature where I can literally create it and record it right on there and then have it up there. I'm following someone who has a Substack who's currently doing that very thing, where they have the short story and then they have the post right after it where it's them reading their own story, which I think is cool. Reading sprints with oh, is something happening? Something happening? I just saw something. Come up that Shay just put up. What was I doing? I got distracted in a Discord conversation. Oh yeah, I was creating the banner. Got it. Yep, got it. Hold on. I need to see what size we're working at. 1100 by 220. Almost ready. Okay. That means that I can go downstairs. Make a banner, yeah. I get so easily distracted. Like there was a interesting conversation happening in this Discord and I just started and I'm like, and then I looked over at my window. I'm like, why do I have this open again? What was I doing? What is life? Okay, so this is the banner shape. And now what I'm thinking in my noggin is, let's get, not design assets, sorry, icons. I just want a line, if you will. That line might be too thick. Too thick. I thought it was going to look thinner than it was. Okay, let's try this one. That looks a bit thinner. No, still too thick. Let's be for real. Let's try... Where is it? Is it so thin I can't see it? What is happening? Why did it put these lines over there? And in different colors. Oh my god, how many times did I do this? Okay. I didn't realize, and they all have rounded corners? I don't know. I don't want lines with rounded corners. Okay, let's select all of this and delete them, and let's try this again, people. Why do those lines, they do have rounded corners? I just couldn't tell because I did not like this rounded corner business. Let's try this and see what happens, because I'm not digging. Okay, we're going to turn this like this, and then we're going to stretch. See, that's my problem, is I know when I stretch this, it's going to do this to me. And I feel like that's going to make the line a bit too thick for what I'm trying to do here. You may ask, what are you trying to do? Well, mind your business. Actually, you know what? No, let's do rounded corners. Let's be different. Well, maybe not different, but because I'm actually about to sign off in a min, as my wife just said, almost ready. So when she says almost ready, she means it. Okay, so hopefully when I do this line, if this doesn't come out right, I might have to do this in Photoshop actually, which I'm totally okay with. Just on the side balcony. Okay, so they are ready for me to now make my entrance downstairs. So I'm gonna go do that. Yeah, you see when I do this, like this is not good. So this is telling me I have to do this in Photoshop because the line situation is not working the way it's supposed to. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to actually stop streaming now because I almost did 3 hours, which is probably the longest I've done since I vowed that I would never do more than 2 hours. So my apologies for doing a 3-hour live stream. I promise it will likely never happen again. What I should have done is when my wife said don't come downstairs, is I should have just signed out at that point. So I am minding my business. You okay? So I'm gonna go now so I can help and assist in my dog pottying at this moment in time. I will be back on Monday to do more of this. And when I do come back on Monday, my goal is that I will not be using this anymore, is that this will all be applied into Scrivener. So I will be on Scrivener using Pro Writing Aid and moving forward as quickly as I can through the editing process so that I can get this down to under 5,000 words. I'm currently still on Act 2. I haven't applied those edits yet, but I'm going to apply the edits to Act 2 and Act 3 between today and this weekend. So help me. And so Monday, guarantee I will have applied all of this and I will have what that word count is, which hopefully will be under 5,000 words. So in the meantime, enjoy your weekend, guys. It's Friday. Kick back, relax. Don't let anything stress you out. And like I said, enjoy your weekend. I know I'm going to try to enjoy mine, do some editing, watch some football. Football has begun officially. So college football, preseason. That's what my weekend is going to be filled with.